The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Part 2. Frodo and his companions had sailed away from Middle-earth and the shores of Valinor, and peace had returned to the land. Bilbo and Gandalf were having tea in the gardens of Rivendell. Gandalf was stirring his tea when he suddenly stopped. He looked at Bilbo and said, "Do you ever miss him?" Bilbo poured more tea. "Sometimes," he said, "but not in the way that you think, Frodo. No, I think it is the elves that I miss the most. They have sailed to the Undying Lands, and the world seems emptier without them. But it was their fate to depart, and we must not grieve for what has been taken, but rejoice that it was ever ours to have. Yes, Frodo has gone, and so has Samwise, Merry, and Pippin. But their deeds will live on in song and story. And I know that wherever they are now, they're happy." Bilbo and Gandalf sat in silence for a while, each lost in thought. Then Gandalf said, "It is time to go. The world needs our help still, and there is much to be done." And with that, the two friends departed from Rivendell. In the distance, ships were sailing into the sunset. One ship held Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin. Another ship held Galadriel, Legolas, and Gimli. Frodo stood at the front of the ship that bore him away from Middle-earth. He waved goodbye to the shore, where Sam, Merry, and Pippin stood waving to him. Aragorn stood on the shore with Arwen at his side. He had come to see off the last of the Fellowship of the Ring. As the ships sailed away, he raised his hand in farewell. Frodo looked back at the shore one last time before turning away to go. He felt a deep sadness in his heart as he realized that he might never see the Shire or its inhabitants again. But he knew that he had no choice but to go. He was needed in the Undying Lands, and he must fulfill his destiny. As the sun began to set, the ships were almost out of sight. Aragorn took one last look at the sea, then turned and walked away. He had been chosen by the people of Gondor to be their king, and he had much work to do. He had to heal the wounds of war and lead his people into a new era of peace and prosperity. As he walked, he couldn't help but think of Frodo and the other members of the Fellowship of the Ring. They had been through so much together, and he knew that he owed them his life. He would never forget what they had done for him and for all of Middle-earth. Many years passed, and Aragorn grew old, yet he never forgot the friends that he had made on his journey to destroy the One Ring. He ruled wisely and well, and his people prospered under his guidance. He had a son who became his heir, and he knew that the future of Gondor was in good hands. One day, as Aragorn was walking in the gardens of Minas Tirith, he saw a group of young people playing. They were singing a song about the destruction of the One Ring and the return of the king. Aragorn smiled. He knew that the legend of the Fellowship of the Ring would live on in the hearts of the people of Gondor forever. Though they were apart, their deeds and courage would live forever. Aragorn looked up at the sky and whispered, "Thank you, Frodo Baggins. Thank you for saving Middle-earth." This is the end of part 2. If you liked this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. This has been your narrator. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and stay kind.